Army falls silent. Jungkook officially enters the list of Korea's wealthiest young investors, a reality no one ever imagined. Hello everyone. And welcome back to Kpop Update. Tonight, we are not rushing. We are not scrolling quickly. We are not chasing headlines. We are not compressing emotions into short clips. Because what we are about to talk about was never meant to be consumed quickly. This story demands time. It demands reflection. It demands silence between sentences. It demands that we listen, not only with our ears, but with our understanding. The kind of news that changes the air. There are moments when the internet explodes. Trending tags, loud reactions, instant celebrations. And then there are moments when the air itself feels different. When people stop typing mid-sentence. When timelines slow down. When reactions are delayed. Because emotions haven't caught up yet. This was one of those moments. The news did not shout. It simply existed. And that existence alone was enough to shake millions. Why silence became the first reaction. Army around the world did not react immediately. Not because they didn't care, but because their minds were trying to reconcile two images at once. The Jungkook they knew, the youngest member, the shy smile, the relentless perfectionist, the artist who gives everything on stage. And now, a new title quietly appeared beside his name. Investor. Wealthiest under 30. Elite list. It didn't feel unreal. It felt unexpected. And sometimes, unexpected truth is harder to process than shocking rumors. A name among numbers. In the report, there were no emotional descriptions. No references to fandom. No mention of global fame. No acknowledgement of sold-out stadiums. Just figures. Assets. Long-term holdings. Strategic placements. And among all those cold, neutral numbers, Jungkook. Not highlighted. Not emphasized. Not explained. Simply placed there. As if he belonged. And that was the most powerful part. Belonging without asking for permission. Jungkook did not ask to be accepted. In the financial world, he did not announce his arrival. He did not rebrand himself. He did not seek validation. He entered the same way he always has, by being prepared, long before anyone noticed, by understanding, before speaking, by acting, only when the foundation was strong. This is not coincidence. This is character. The long game he has always been playing. When people say, overnight success, they often forget how long the night actually is. Jungkook has lived in long nights. Training rooms after midnight. Repetition without applause. Self-criticism no one else could hear. So when he approached wealth, he approached it the same way. Not as a reward, but as responsibility. Not as luxury, but as structure. He was never interested in proving how much he had. He was interested in ensuring how long it would last. Why this matters more than a ranking. This story is not about money. It never was. Money is simply the measurement. People understand. What this is really about is agency. An idol taking control of his future in an industry known for uncertainty. An artist ensuring that creativity is never forced by fear. A young man choosing independence over dependence. And that choice is revolutionary. The unseen pressure he never spoke about. Fame comes with applause, but it also comes with expiration dates. Most idols are aware of this, even if they never say it out loud. Jungkook knew it too, and instead of denying it, he prepared for it. Not pessimistically, not fearfully, but calmly. Quiet preparation is often mistaken for passivity. In reality, it is strength without noise. When fans realized this was always who he was, as ARMY revisited old interviews, old conversations, old moments, a pattern emerged. Jungkook often spoke about wanting stability, wanting longevity, wanting to stay grounded. He rarely spoke about luxury, extravagance, excess. The signs were always there. We just didn't know what they were pointing toward. Respect from beyond the fandom. What made this moment historic was not ARMY's reaction. It was the reaction outside the fandom. Economists acknowledging discipline. Business analysts praising restraint. Industry observers calling it rare. Respect. That had nothing to do with popularity. Respect. Earned in a space where fame means nothing. Why he never needed to announce it. Jungkook never posted about this. Never hinted. Never teased. Never explained. Because to him, real security does not need an audience. It needs durability. And durability comes from silence, not applause. Success that did not corrupt the center. Perhaps the most comforting realization for ARMY was this: nothing changed. He still speaks gently, still bows deeply, still thanks sincerely. Wealth did not elevate him above others. It stabilized him within himself. That difference is everything. A new standard without a speech. Jungkook did not stand on a stage to announce a new era, but one began anyway. An era where idols are allowed to be strategic, where success is not reckless, where fame does not mean fragility. And he started it without even trying. Time will be the final witness. Years from now, this moment will be referenced quietly, not as a shock, but as a turning point. The moment people realized that Jungkook was never just reacting to life. He was designing it. Today, ARMY did not scream. Not because there was nothing to celebrate, but because the moment demanded something deeper than sound. Because some truths do not arrive with fireworks. They arrive quietly, settling into the chest, pressing against the heart, until words feel unnecessary. Some pride is not meant to be shouted across timelines. It lives in stillness, in steady breathing, in the soft realization that we were here when it happened. And some victories, the rarest kind, are not trophies held high, but weights carried with care, carried softly, reverently, like a promise remembered, after years of patience, after long nights of doubt, after silence, distance, and time. A promise that never asked for applause, only belief. A promise that endured when stages went dark, when voices were absent, when the world kept moving, and he kept becoming. And today, that promise stands, not louder, but stronger. It has a name. Jungkook.